Half times.
Come on in here. All right. We're back. It's the end of 2021. It's December 31st, 2021, and we survived another year.
We did.
So that's great.
Nobody
Not
killed
yet.
anybody.
Well, we probably will survive, though.
Maybe.
Chances are pretty high.
Chances are high. Yes. All right, so we haven't done an annual recap video since we started this thing.
Yeah.
That was like the end of the year, but we're getting ready to go on the road video back in like 2019.
Add it to the list of things we said we were going to do and never did.
Never did it. Yeah. So last year at this time, we were remodeling the RV. That was taking up our time, and we weren't really focused on, making family content. But we should probably recap our travels thus far, at least talk about what we liked and what we didn't like about this past year and just our RV life in general, because people always ask us, right?
Yeah.
So this last year we went coast to coast. I would say my favorite part of last year was Crater Lake National Park. It's one of those places that you visit and you're like, I didn't know this actually existed in the United States. I thought this was only in other parts of the world. So that was probably my favorite. I think my least favorite part was just dealing with generator issues. We ended up having to pay out of pocket for something that otherwise would have been covered under warranty.
Generator's been the bane of my existence. Okay, so I've got it back together. Let's prime it and see if fuel pours out of it. Filling the float bowl, and there it goes. Well, it's worth a shot.
Actually, least favorite part was when Rob got COVID when we were at Barber. Well, he got it at Daytona, but we got to Barber. And so we missed the We Were Edgy Enough completely. We missed like a 4-day event.
Oh, we were there.
We were there. We just couldn't
Couldn't
go
help
out
anybody.
or talk to anyone or do anything productive. So it was, and we couldn't even hang out with each other.
My least favorite part about me having COVID was Tosha having to drive from Alabama back to Kansas.
That wasn't my least
And I
favorite.
had to be in the very back.
I'm glad I had to do it though. It kind of like forced me to drive. I hadn't really done a lot of driving. I hadn't done any like in town driving. I'd only done kind of like get off on at the truck stop and get off at the truck stop. So it forced me to step out of my comfort zone a little bit.
And it forced other people around us to step out of their comfort zone too, as they were run off the road a couple of times.
Only like 2 people.
Just a couple people.
I'm sorry.
No, she did a great
very
job,
sorry.
honestly.
I did my best.
She did a great job.
Thank you for honking at me.
Yeah. That's a lot of vehicle to tote around if you're not used to it. And she did that's a long trip. There's a lot of driving and it's exhausting mentally and physically a little bit. She did a good job. So
Thanks.
that was good.
Edith?
You want to go on down the road? What was your favorite part about last year?
I got him.
Crater Lake.
Also at Crater Lake. We have some footage of you with the chipmunks at Crater Lake.
No, come back here. No.
Grab him.
Come back here.
No, don't grab him.
Grab him.
He'll bite you.
No. No. Can I try to steal one?
No, you cannot steal
I
one.
need to. I need.
So it wasn't actually Crater Lake that was your favorite, right? It was what?
The part where I picked up one of them.
Picked up
And
a
I said
chipmunk.
I got him. And I wanted to put him in my pocket and leave.
And you pouted so hard when we had to leave without a chipmunk.
Yes.
I would
I
say in
want
general
one.
your favorite part was the chipmunks. Whether it was at Crater Lake or Devil's Tower.
Well, the chipmunks were only at Crater Lake. The
Oh.
others were what? What were the other animals that you played with?
Prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs. We have footage of that too. I
fed
have-
them peanuts.
And you got in a fight with one. A physical altercation with a prairie dog. Booped him. What should I take his peanut?
You. No, go. Shoot. No. No, go.
He's a bold little jerk, isn't he?
There you go. He's happy. You little jerk.
And see, so that's the cool thing with the kids is like Tosha and I will find a landmark where we're like, this is cool, or a city or something like that. The kids will find random things like chipmunks or prairie dogs that, that those are memories that they'll have forever. So she may not remember exactly where we were when she grabbed a chipmunk and tried to shove him in her pocket, but she does know that happened. In fact, anytime we talk about Crater Lake, she's like, is that the chipmunk? That's the chipmunk place.
I wish we had video of the actual picking up of the chipmunk.
Picking up of the chipmunk.
Tasha and I turned our backs for one moment, and she was kind of petting them and feeding them. They were crawling up on her lap. You'll see it in the video. And we turned our back for 1 minute, and we hear, I got him! And we turn around, and she's holding him up like a trophy. His little front paws sticking out, his eyes are bulging out.
We call him Fat Gus, because he was the fat one.
Oh, man. So that was your favorite part. What was your least favorite part about last year?
You having COVID because Mom had to drive, and I don't like Mom driving because I don't feel safe.
Oh,
that's not fair.
Yeah, you can't just say that because I said that.
Yeah, you picked something else.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying the truth, okay?
How about you, Rob?
Dad already went.
My favorite part of last year was the probably the leg of the trip from Washington down to California, going through the redwood forest and all that area. It was really cool. It was just beautiful.
Crescent Beach. Is it
Crescent Beach? Yeah, we spent 4th of July at Crescent Beach in California, and so it was really neat. It was unique because the fireworks show was right across the street from our RV park, but it was super foggy, and they still did the fireworks, and you could barely see them, but like it was really cool. Like everything around you, just the air was colors. Yeah. Because like the fog absorbed the colors, right? And so it was just crazy. So that was my favorite like leg of the trip. My least favorite thing about last year was just, it was the amount of travel that we did. Mm-hmm. It was just a condensed, we did like 23,000 miles. We could probably we could get the exact number, but did like 25,000 miles of driving in 8 months. I think it was insane. And that's like RV miles. So it's not like driving a Cadillac down the highway. It's a lot. So
it'll be better now that our suspension is fixed.
Yeah, we'll definitely ride better now that we have suspension on the front of the RV. It's going to drive better. What's
cool is we're pretty much doing the same route this year. So now that we've got a lot of that stuff out of the way, we don't necessarily have to do it again.
That's true. We knocked off some touristy stuff off the list, the kind of stuff. And so next year we can kind of settle in and find some off the path stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Carter, what you think, bud?
I don't know. I say my favorite part was probably meeting all the people I met this year.
Yeah.
And then
got a lot of new friends this year.
Yeah. And then my least favorite part was probably just all the driving and just all the driving.
I'm going to do some things in the RV to try to make it a little more comfortable for them, but even in the back of the RV, it's loud and rough riding, and it's wallows around, and they just get car sick. And because this past year we did so much more traveling, we discovered some things like that. Like, okay, we need to accommodate the kids a little bit more. So they were troopers for sure. 2022, Tosh, where is one place or one thing that you'd like to do next year that we haven't done yet?
Well, I want to go into Canada, because we haven't been able to do that because, the borders were closed in 2020, and then we went right to the border. We were like looking at Canada at Niagara Falls, and we couldn't go because the kids weren't vaccinated yet. Probably from...
Sounds like we're going to Canada, I think.
Are we not? I thought we were.
Yeah, no, we did. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay.
What about you, Edie? Is there one place that you'd like to go to or one thing you'd like to do this year that we didn't do last year or we haven't done yet?
I was going to say see Diesel.
Yeah, you will see. Diesel is her track friend, her best track buddy, and they've been keeping in touch. So he's at all the races that we go to, most of them. And anyway, you'll see him pretty dang soon. Pretty soon.
How soon?
Like a month.
Tell me how soon?
I just told you a month. So my thing that I'd like to do this year is I would like to, this is going to sound weird, I'd like to take an RV vacation. I'd like to take the RV somewhere for vacation. Like, I want to go to Florida Keys.
I was going to
There's
say
a
that.
particular RV park in Florida Keys that I want to go to and stay at.
I went to St. Augustine. That was like a vacation.
And then we worked the
And then
entire
worked
time.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. An actual vacation would be nice. Actually, not. But even if we could just say, let's work for like till noon and then take
Yeah.
the rest of the day off, I think that would be enough of a vacation for us.
And we've done that. We did that a few times last year. But I want to go to a destination like the Florida Keys. We have to drive to get there specifically for that. There's not really anything around there. There is Miami Homestead Speedway down that way that we could stop at. But there's not any reason to go down there other than just to go have fun. That's my hope for 2022. What do you think, Card?
I agree with Mom. I want to go to Canada. I want to go see Drake.
Just because we're going to Canada doesn't mean we're going to get to see Drake.
Sure we will.
We could also see Drake in another country.
Yeah,
like
but
the United States.
So if we just go to a concert, Drake concert, that'll fulfill your.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Gotcha.
down for a Drake
Yeah, I
concert.
go to a Drake concert.
Let's go. I really want to go to Vegas. I want to take the kids to Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to go to New York City again this year?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go to New York City. Speaking of, I think that collectively as the
Oh.
family, that was our favorite thing last year.
Yeah.
Collectively,
Oh,
New
yeah.
York City. You
New
do?
York City is the coolest place ever. No matter how many times I go there, it's so cool.
Yeah, we love it. And we really lucked out this year
Yes.
because we have a good friend of ours who was gracious enough. His family has a condo in Soho, and they allowed us to stay in it for like a week. How long was it?
It was.
It was about
No,
a week.
it
Oh, no,
wasn't.
it was like 3 days. Felt like a week.
It was awesome.
It was really
Actually,
awesome.
that was probably the closest thing to an actual vacation we had.
Yeah, it was. You're right. Because
Yeah.
we didn't work very much. We did a lot of cool stuff as a family. So
We got to go back there again.
do we all agree New York was the best thing, family,
Yes.
collectively?
New York
Yeah,
City.
so gotta go back there.
We're not like other RVers.
Yeah,
Most people
Most
go in
RVers.
RVs to like get away from the city and do non-city things.
I get excited when we come into a big city. Like anytime we come into a new city, I'm like, oh, cool, here comes Chicago. Or,
We're city people.
yep, we are. Because we did, after all, go from living right downtown in Oklahoma City to, just
RV.
hitting the road. I like to do.
Can we go back to the Salt Flats?
Yeah,
And
Yes.
Bonneville was
camp,
awesome too.
camp out
Salt
there
Flats.
again another night.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
That was fun.
But when our generator
That
actually
was-
works.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to the Bonneville Salt Flats. We pulled off because there was a little bit of weather. We were having RV issues. And I said, let's just stop. Oh, here's the Bonneville Salt Flats. Let's just stop and I'll work on the generator. And we ended up just having a bunch of fun out on the salt. And then we
I
camped
ate
there.
some.
You did eat some. We all ate a little bit. Tasted it. And then we parked right there and watched World's Fastest Indian.
Which is about the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Yep. which is
We
a
all
movie about that.
laid on the floor and watched a movie as a family and had like a little camp.
That was a cool
That was the time of my life.
the time of your life. Did you like that? See, it's things like this, like we sat down and we're like, yeah, I don't know. And now we're going through all these things and remembering all this cool stuff we did, right? So right now, we're staying not in the RV.
Yep.
We are with Tasha's brother
And sister-in-law.
and sister-in-law. We're in their house here in Wichita. So the RV's in the shop. It's been in the shop for a few weeks, and I'm battling the insurance company, trying to get our roof fixed, among a bunch of other things.
Oh, the roof's getting
So,
fixed.
well, the roof's getting. I'm trying to get them to pay for it. That's the thing. Make sure you go watch our video about Camping World and our experience. So part 1 is up, and then part 2 and potentially a part 3 will be out soon, and we'll talk about this whole Camping World repair experience. So far, it's been decent. We'll put it that way. But anyway, we're excited to have the RV back. We definitely feel homeless right now,
Mhm.
which sucks.
We feel displaced a little
Displaced.
bit because
Yeah.
like part of our stuff's in this house, part of our stuff is in a shed over there, part of our stuff's still in the RV, part of our stuff is in storage in Oklahoma City. We haven't been
Scattered.
Yeah, it's
Scattered.
like all
We
over.
forgot some stuff down in Dallas
Yeah,
at
so we had
Grant's
to,
house. So it's like, yeah, we moved out of the RV and packed everything in the back of the Ranger, including the rabbit. We're all just Tetrised everything in there, and it's like, all right. And the kids were literally like, wait, we're like homeless right now.
actually how we're living out of our car right now.
Definitely feels like that. And so we're excited to get the RV back, and just even if it's parked back here where we normally park it out back, we at least have our space again, and we can kind of be out of everybody's hair. And do you want to see a picture of Rumble
color is
without the roof? It's tan, the new roof.
The new.
Was
What?
it?
No, I was
Is it
asking
a
Edith
different
what
color?
color
It's a
she
different
thought.
color, yeah.
Oh.
I'll explain why later.
Yes,
Okay.
my dream was correct.
What was your dream?
It was tan.
It was tan, really?
Yeah,
Actually?
yeah. Ooh, wow.
That's what
the
it looks
heck?
like right now.
That's weird.
That's terrifying.
We couldn't do this. Honestly, you have to have a safety net when you do this. And so before we had our home, our house, which we Airbnb'd, and we knew we could always drop back to if we needed to. But now that we sold that this past April, we don't have our own safety net, which means friends and family come in huge in a situation like this. Couldn't really do this without them. Otherwise, we'd be in a hotel or an apartment or something.
Airbnb or something.
So anyway, we're very appreciative, but we're ready to get our RV back.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. So we all ready for awesome 2022?
Mm-hmm.
No.
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 We just made amazing plans, and you're gonna say no.
No.
Turd.
She is, but her cheeks are so squeezable.
No.
By the way, how much have these kids grown up since like the last time you guys really saw
We need
them?
to like flashback
Jeez.
to our first video that we did. You guys are so little.
So tiny.
Especially you. I think you've changed a lot.
It is crazy. It feels like time has just.
Because it has, the last year hasn't been like.
It feels like it's been like maybe 6 months
Mm.
for me.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for joining us and following along last year. I know that there were some big gaps in the videos, as always.
We've got a plan.
Yeah. Is the travel stuff, like I said, and work and everything, really seems to put the videos on the back burner. But we have a plan next year to bring you guys a lot more content. And hey, I got some fancy new equipment for
Yes.
Christmas. I got this awesome new camera and a microphone, and all these are tools to bring you guys more content and share our adventures with you.
Yep.
So anyway, thank you all for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and all that stuff. Right, Edie? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already a YouTuber.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Make sure you subscribe and like
Please,
and hit the little bell.
please
for
consider
notification.
subscribing.
Please.
All right, anyway, thank you all, and we'll see you in the next video shortly.
Yep.
Bye-bye.